Hi, my name's Kate, and I'm one of the speech-language pathologists at OSNS, and I wanted to talk today a little bit about Babble. I'm often asked by parents about the importance of Babble, when a child should learn to babble, and what Babble's for. So Babble is actually a really important developmental stage that young children go through on their way to learning to talk and say words eventually. Young babies, of course, when they're born, do make noise or cry. There's lots of noises that are made, and as children get to be around 4 months of age, between 4 and 10 months, they start to make syllables. So you'll see things like da, ba, ma, consonant vowel combinations. And then after they've played with those for a while, strings of syllables that are repeated, da, 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 or different syllables repeated, ba, da, ba, da. All of those things are great. They're practice, essentially, for the sounds that babies will eventually make when they learn to say words. And babies are really good at listening to the sounds around them, and they will eventually learn to only make the sounds that are in the language they hear. So your English-speaking baby will eventually babble only English sounds. And if babies hear more than one language, they will learn the sounds of both language pretty quickly.
Yeah. Oh.
As your baby continues to babble and learn more sounds, you might notice that you're hearing something that sounds a lot more like a conversation. There will be rhythm and intonation, sound like a baby's asking a question, or definitely try to tell you something. And it's important always to respond to your baby when they're babbling. You can either respond by imitating their sounds. If they're saying da da da, you say da da da, or if they're saying da 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 and you think they're definitely telling you something, then respond to what you think they're telling you. Maybe give them the word for the object that they're asking for, repeat it a few times. That encouragement really makes them practice more, so they're learning more sounds. They're also learning that what they say can control your behavior, so they can ask for things and you will get it for them. That's a really important stage in learning how people communicate with each other. And it's also important to teach babies about the back and forth of a conversation, that we take turns. You babble, I babble. You say something, I say something. So that back and forth understanding is really important, is why you'll often see your speech therapist work on turn taking in different ways to encourage turn taking in communication. Of course, if you have a really noisy baby who likes to babble all the time, it won't always be possible to sit down and have a conversation with them in exactly that moment, but it's important as much as possible to acknowledge them, to respond to them, especially when they seem like they are truly trying to communicate something with you, and not just playing with sounds, because babies will do that a lot. So if you have any questions or concerns about your baby's babble, you feel like your baby is not babbling, please feel free to contact us here, the Speech-Language Pathology Department at OSNS, and we will be happy to have a conversation with you about that.